Orlando, Florida. A couple of teams hoping to finish their season in magical fashion by taking home a victory in the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see the number 17 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. From inside the 10, here he comes. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Ohio State's offense will have first crack at this one. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows to have success in this game against this defense is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense, their strength in numbers.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, there's no secret who this offense wants to get the ball to. And on the very first play, they find a matchup on the outside one-on-one. They take a shot to him vertically down the field, and he does the rest. He is so athletic, and he is going to be a problem for this defense all game long.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So seeing quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Kentucky's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the right. With the catch, it's Washington. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the Silver Bowl. It's guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position, and right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make one.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks.
There he goes. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that run. Drag route, running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
That's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Leaves it with the running back.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Gilmore. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point was good. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Things got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pick. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 40, at the 20. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
And the PAT gives him a 14-7 lead. That one's going to get him a star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score, already down 14-7. Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Gets it past the marker. Nothing but green grass down the middle. He's at, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Kentucky! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
And he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Snags it down the right side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Well, really nice catch there getting the first down. This dude at wide receiver, man, he is a playmaker. Think about Ohio State and the recent run they've had on first-round picks at the position. Michael Thomas, Jackson Smith and Jigba, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. This guy keeps making plays like that. He's got an opportunity to go in the first round.
After that huge play, they'll try to finish him off with another one. It's 1st and 10 from inside the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last two drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call. They want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Finds space on the right. He steps out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. That penalty cost him a 3rd down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Signals for the fair catch and makes it at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
This quarterback part of their running game. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Kentucky sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Under fire. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got it on the left. Hits the crease. Touchdown, Ohio State. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they could not have finished with more style. An 86-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. If you like scoring, this one's for you. Already 21-14, and now they'll try to answer. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
Give to the back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll off one deep down the left side. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Kentucky. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. The extra point is blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. They cap that one off in style. A 74-yarder for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. This drive will open from the 15. On the ground, it's Peoples. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's Smith. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Roberts. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. That was an entertaining first quarter. Fireworks all over the place, as will be indicated in our first quarter stats. Will we see more offensive firepower on display, or will the defenses finally find their footing? We're ready to go here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Power football with the run. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you use...
Breaks into the open. Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback and wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And right down the middle. Fielded in the end zone, it's Patterson. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
They'll mark him down right there, but it'll be enough for a Kentucky first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Berry.
I love fullbacks that can catch the football. These guys aren't just blockers. They're not just smash-mouth players. But these guys have got some finesse to their game and some soft hands to go with it.
And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offense.
Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Kentucky will be forced to punt. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He'll try the left side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Now the play fake. Looking to buy time. The throw. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 3rd. Grab near the sticks. It's Smith. Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly.
Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. The quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him.
Got enough space, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks. And
right down the gut of the field. At the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wildcats! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. You want to talk about answering each other's score. That's what we have going on right now, Jesse.
yeah, and this offense, it's been impressive just seeing how well they've been executing, too, because they're playing with a sense of urgency, David. They know they've got to go score a touchdown every time they take the field.
It's like a tennis match. You're just trying to break serve. Point, just back and forth. Both offenses having a lot of success in this football game.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. With the catch, it's Smith. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Motion from the wideout. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. Turning it on. Inside the 35. Knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, They had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule. It makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. And the Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Oh, it's reverse. And the defense not fooled at all as they stop this play at the line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to the ground. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Hauls it in. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
As the offense, you want to get the ball to your playmakers and let them make a decision, let them make a guy miss, but not with that kind of defense. They were all over it right away. No 3rd down conversion for you.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Getting late here in the 1st half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important, down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity to cut it to a 1-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the 2nd half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Snagged in the middle. It's Gilmore. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And that's now their 3rd sack of the game. This is one of the best units in the entire country getting after the quarterback. They have done such a great job recruiting athletes up front and in their front 7. They can blitz, they can rush you with 4, with 3, but they've got dudes that can beat you one-on-one, and you're seeing that in this game.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Kentucky sends out the punting unit. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? He wants to start this drive with a pass. Caught over the middle. It's Peoples. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Offense in an empty set. Looking downfield, and time is running short. Fires to the big fella. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
I tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on first down. Going for the big play. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
One more snap coming before halftime. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
A first half that gave us some riveting moments, Reese. Not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. Just a dynamite start to the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the Cheez-It Citrus Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shout...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This dude is having a day, and with that one, he's halfway to Chase Young's 4-sack single-game record.
Go get it, young fella. Just quickness, speed off the edge, getting to the quarterback. You got to be relentless when you're chasing the quarterback. And Chase Young's record, if you can go get that, you go get that big fella, that superstar, oof, that would be a fun day.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quick completion on the out route. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all off-season long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Kentucky will be forced to punt. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Gonna run it. It's Jackson.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Running back searching for a hole. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quarterback on the keeper. Got enough for the first. Shoved out of bounds right at the 35-yard line in the running game, getting the job done. And the Wildcats, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Give to the running back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Got him downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it on the 47.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to throw again. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Washington. A huge play there. They finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Well, there wasn't a lot of mystery on that one, guys. Just simple QB sneak to keep this drive going. They've done a good job so far the entire drive, keeping the chains moving. Nice execution on the sneak. Good push up front. Quarterback picked the right side to tuck and run to, and we'll see what they do to finish off this drive.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
The Wildcats can really attack on this second and short. Running into the open space.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense, because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by this defense, stuffing him at the line of scrimmage?
On fourth down, trying to find his man. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Going for the end zone, picked off right at the goal line.
It's so easy to be up here in the booth and say, you should have put more zip on that. Sometimes you got to use the lob wedge. That time, you probably should have used the drive.
Leaves it with the back.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The give to the tailback. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Makes the catch. It's Porter. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He got loose, almost housed, and finally dragged down at the 32. And the Buckeyes just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Motion from the wide receiver. From the shotgun, the inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the back. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And there's nothing more demoralizing for a defense than when you're losing, you know they're going to run the football, they're trying to run the clock, and you can't stop them. They've got to be more aggressive, bring more guys to the line of scrimmage. They've got to stop this ground game and get the ball back.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
And I love this. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to eat that clock, let it tick down. A field goal here, I'm up by 2 possessions. I'm still in a very good place. I don't have to get over-aggressive, Jesse, if I don't want to.
No, and you can put this game out of reach, too. You can score a touchdown. This thing's basically over. You know, at this area of the field, it's really hard to throw the football because the windows are so small. So be the more physical team. Go ice this game.
And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And now, with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Gilmore. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the amount of mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hand.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And the Wildcats want to pick up the tempo. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Makes the catch down the right side. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Bring in the heat. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. The drive continues after that fumble scare sent the offensive coordinator's blood pressure into orbit. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down.
Man, that is a big negative play for this defense, putting them in reverse, getting the quarterback on the ground, and they better get ready again. Look at this offense. They're right back on the ball.
He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in cover.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes the grab party for the 1st down. Touchdown, Wildcats. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching him.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They're in control of the clock as their friend. You'd have to expect another run here on 2nd and 6. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season. Also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games. I'll tell you what, a lot of excitement in college football surrounding the sport, man. Let's just keep loving it.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us here, and for these two teams, that's going to do it for